Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to D&D December. Not sure if this is going to be the first video or not that's released for this, but yeah. I'm here with well, they left the call, it would seem. Well. Are you back?
Sorry,
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm
I
here
don't know
with
how that happened.
yeah, I'm here with Rasputin. Uh, you might know from the Discord server. That was well timed on you. And by the title of the video, we are here to talk about a very special story, huh? A
This
fine,
was the wildest session I think that may have ever existed.
honestly, yeah. You guys won D&D, so yeah. I guess we should get into it, huh? So the
Yeah,
group consisted of you, Rasputin. Uh, how do we want to word this?
little Rasputin.
Right. It was of Rasputin, Little Rasputin, and I guess how do we
I
want
think
to?
that was really it, right?
I mean, there was also. I mean, we're gonna go over the whole thing. So, wife Rasputin, I guess.
Well, wife Rasputin didn't participate in this one.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna talk about the whole thing. There was
Oh, we're going from
a
the very
first.
beginning.
Yes, right from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go
Right.
for wife Rasputin for the name. We should have coordinated this
Yeah.
beforehand, but
It's okay.
yeah. So we have wife Rasputin. I was the DM for this mess. And I had asked wife Rasputin. The beginning of this was I gave wife Rasputin some just some ideas for some one shots that I was willing to run.
Hmm.
And yeah. uh one of those was Taverns and Tankards, which was just it's in a tavern, everyone's an NPC. And that was the one they decided to go with. So that was the plan. I did the quick little bit, and we, about like a month later, we played the thing. This
Hmm.
was back when we did it in person. Or at least for me in person, D&D. I haven't done it in a while.
Right.
Yeah. But, do you remember the party composition that ended up happening?
Um, there's a lot to remember from that absolute insanity.
Yeah. Luckily, I did make, as I scroll through my phone again, we should have prepared this beforehand, but, oh well. As I scroll through my phone here trying to find it.
I
A bit
remember
further down. I made notes of this. Oh yeah, here we go. So the
there was a
first,
barkeep, wasn't it?
yeah, we had ourselves your character, who, if you don't remember, was, Heathcliff, the, Tabaxi chef.
Yeah.
That was your guy. Then we had wife Rasputin, who played Silverfoot, the elven waiter. Uh,
Yep. That's right.
and then we had little Rasputin, who played Bub, and Bub was the bouncer. And what I did with this one shot was I gave every class, or class occupation, I guess is more accurate. I gave each of them a special ability. For the chef, it was you can pull anything out of your bag and use it, I guess.
And that was the biggest mistake you could have done.
I mean, honestly, yeah, because you are a bit of a chef, honestly. And like,
Right.
round one, you were like, I pull out a thermometer and I
Yes.
throw it.
Yep. I
Yeah.
did a lot of throwing that session, I think.
There was a fair amount of throwing on all ends, that's for sure. Then we had the waiter, who I don't remember their abilities. It was like something or other. It didn't really matter in the long term. Like it like basically got everyone out of the tavern like round two. Like a bar
Yeah,
fight had begun, and like aside from like three people, like everyone left.
yeah, they got out of there as quick as they could. They didn't want nothing to do with this.
Yeah. And then there was Bub. And Bub, the bouncer, I gave on their sheet, I was like, you can pick people up, and if you throw them out like the door or something,
Hmm.
they're banned. They can't
They're
enter the
done.
tavern. Yeah,
Now, we do need to clarify something.
yeah.
Little Rasputin really enjoys trying to just demolish
I mean,
any sort of structure
yeah, he's
that
very
he's
chaotic. Yeah,
yeah.
very,
If
very
if
chaotic.
if it's insane, chances are he's thought of it and he's going to try it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think my biggest mistake was telling him that he could pick things up and throw them. Specifically people. Like,
Yes.
yeah, because they roll, Little Rasputin, Bub rolled really high on initiative, and just a bar fight began, round one, picked up the biggest dude there, like prison, and threw him at another person, just down instantly. Uh,
He was so happy about that too.
yeah, it was a marvelous moment. That was like their move for that game,
Which
was
that
just
should have
picking
been our
people
indication
up
of how this was gonna go too.
and
Right
chucking
there.
them. Yeah. Yeah, so after that, after, you guys ended the bar fight in like two sessions or two rounds of combat, just because, you
Yes.
had the waiter, basically tell everyone to leave, the
Right.
chef throwing out like healing meals and also a thermometer at somebody, but that missed, I believe.
I
Uh,
think so. I was not having very good luck initially.
yeah. But yeah, after that, and Bub just throwing people and just knocking them out. I was like, well, I mean, if there was a bar fight, I'd still keep this going, but I guess you guys handled it really well. And I was just like, all right, a group of orcs walk through the door and they fight the noble dude in the corner. Uh, and you guys just took care of the orcs like one round of combat later. I don't remember how. I think the
I
waiter used like Captain America shield with their
I did, yeah. I threw the plates. I was throwing plates at him.
did you throw? I don't remember the
I'm
plates. I
pretty
remember that,
sure I did.
yeah. I remember that wife Rasputin with their like their drinks tray that they would hand out to people, like used it like
Yes.
Captain America's shield, just bonk.
Right?
Yeah, and then after that I was
Yep.
like, uh what did I do next in that moment? I was like, was it the alcohol flea? Not the alcohol flea, but it might have been a alcohol flea. I believe I don't quite remember what it was, but it was something. It was either skeletons that showed up, or it was. Oh no, it
There's
might have
some
been.
sort of undead.
Yeah. Oh no, 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 no! It was the necromancers. It was the
Yeah, that's what it was.
necromancers.
Those things appeared. Yeah.
Yeah, who then summoned up the skeletons, and then these two necromancers walk in. Everything is
Yep.
strangely calm. There's like a bunch of like unconscious bodies on the floor, and they're just like, "Well, we're gonna attack, do some evil stuff, but two
Yep.
skeletons, go attack." You
Hmm.
guys, they lasted two rounds, and then yeah, Heathcliff, you gave like Bub and Silverfoot uh frying pans, and it was just bonk,
Yes.
bonk, just
Yes, that's right.
one-shotting them. Yeah, just one
Yeah,
after the other. They all
it
fall
was
out the door
amazing.
dead.
Well, yeah, because didn't they? Yeah, they attacked the necromancers, not the skeletons.
Yeah, no, no, like the nobles' guards like took care of the skeletons. Meanwhile, the
Yeah,
necromancers were just like, "We're doing our own thing." Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
frying pan, our greatest weakness.
like, and like all things in D&D that was used as this devastating weapon. It was some frying pans.
Yeah, they were surprisingly effective. And then
Oh,
I
shot.
believe, yeah, and then I believe after that, I think it was the alcohol flea, not the alcohol flea, but a alcohol flea, because I remember I had one of those at some point, which just burst through the wall. And
I think that was the,
no, 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 that
wasn't it?
was not it. That was not it.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
no, no,
All
no,
right.
that's not it. It was just one alcohol flea that I think you guys killed just really easily by throwing a lantern at it. Although that one
Oh, yeah, and
might,
it like
yeah,
combusted.
yes, exploded in an explosion
That's
of
right.
fire and nearly killed Bub. You see, the thing with like this one
Yeah.
shot was that I thought like I'm in my head it was gonna be very difficult to like manage everything and whatnot. But again, you guys were just dealing with it. Like you guys were way too qualified, honestly. Like you guys just, you know, took care of everything in like the second round. It was just like,
Yeah.
wow. And then I believe after that, after the alcohol flea dying, I was like, a lich bursts from the floor. It is the old owner. He wants his stuff back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
You
that
know, I totally forgot about that, but you're right. That
you
did.
forgot the lich. All right.
I did. There's a lot to remember, though.
There for sure was, yeah. The lich just like at this point I'm just like, all right. Like I didn't use like the full on lich stat block because that's just death if I'm going traditional. This was very not traditional. This was incredibly simple D&D, which
Yeah.
made it very
Right.
fun. But yeah, no, you like I don't remember the exact turn of events, but I remember Bub like picked up the unconscious noble dude, and I think chucked him at the lich, just hit him. Lich falls down, frying pans come out, bang bang. And then I don't remember if there was anything else between that, but you guys, grabbed him up, ran over to the oven, shove, close the door.
Turn it on high.
Yep. And that lich
Which
was incinerated instantly
I
in
don't
one
remember
moment.
whose idea was that.
That was yours fully as
Was
the
it?
chef.
Oh, yes. I had the greatest ideas that game. That was the only time I've had great ideas, really.
I mean, yeah, I cannot argue with that, honestly. But I'm more out of the box ideas, I'd say. Like,
Yeah.
like for sure, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
stuff
and
you would
then
normally
yeah,
think of.
yeah, and then before like we said goodbye to those characters briefly, I was like, a mimic table shows up. And maybe then
Oh,
that was when you guys used the unconscious noble to kill the mimic table. Yeah. Cause oh yeah, yeah, cause you like, cause yeah, cause Bub grabbed like the legs of the noble dude and just started like swinging him around like a what is it, a shot put? Is that like the I don't
yeah.
know. It was like an Olympic event just swinging around this
Going
noble
and going,
who's like
speeding
stuck to
up.
the table. Yeah. And then after that, we were having a great time.
Yeah.
Wife Rasputin left to go
Yup.
and do other stuff. And then,
The real
me,
fun picked up.
yeah, me, you, and little Rasputin, we were like, well, you know what, let's keep going. Let's do another one. This time with some new characters. Uh
Yes.
yeah, so little Rasputin played Bib, the gnome
Yeah.
bath yeah, Bib, the gnome bathhouse attendant whose main ability was you could give out like bathhouse passes and they'd be like, okay, cool, I'll go there and leave the combat.
Be
And
done.
whose other thing was slap, you are now calm. That was their whole thing. There was for sure some classism there. Like there were for sure like occupations, jobs, whatever that were way, way better than others, honestly. Cause then
Yeah.
we had
Oh, yeah.
cause then we had you playing Bartholomew, the human innkeeper, uh who uh who had really like you had like a healing ability, I think, and then and then just keys.
It's
Literally, you just had keys. That was your whole thing.
yes, and when we went into this, we had
Yeah.
so much fun the one before that that I really wanted to make my person the most useless character I could.
That was your or I've never honestly, you've never once told me that. Like that
I
is
haven't.
yeah, that's wild. All right, yeah.
It explains some of the decisions I made along the way now, though.
Yeah, that is for sure. Yeah, yeah. Cause then we're like, cause I'm like, all right, it's like, a couple months later, and the Bubbling Stein. I think I forgot to mention the tavern. It had a name, the Bubbling
Oh, wait,
Stein.
Bluestein.
The
Yes.
Bubbling Stein was the name of it. Sorry for not mentioning that earlier, but yeah, it'd been a couple months later. The original party, I mean, I guess quote unquote party of NPCs, uh, was out on vacation, and it was, Bib
Hmm.
and Bartholomew on just general service duty. Although I don't know how effective they would be at like taverning, I guess. Anyhow, um,
Useless.
yeah,
Completely useless.
honestly, yeah, because I was like, all right, in between the sessions, the Lich, you guys didn't kill the Lich. It's just, it revives every now and again. But, as a
Right.
business thing, you're like, you built a little well thingy where the Lich rises and then the staff
Yes.
beats them up. And, the customers can get in too if they pay for it. Like, that was the idea
Yeah.
behind it.
It was
So
like a dinner and
basically,
a show almost.
yeah, so session begins, or this little session begins, extension to the one shot, if you will. And it's just like, the Lich rises, what do you do? And nothing really happened. Like, you guys just confused the Lich, really, by giving him, like, I remember you, like, shoved keys into his mouth, and they got, like, stuck in his teeth or
Yep.
whatever. And just, it was just a very confusing experience for that Lich.
Right. Yeah.
Very, very confusing. Yeah.
The witch was just kind of like,
What
what?
is my purpose in life? Why do I
What?
live? That was his
Why
whole
is
thing.
this?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and
great.
then after that, I was then like, so you guys remember the alcohol flea? Another one bursts through the wall. And I think we should have explained. Maybe this is a good section
This
to
is the.
explain. Yeah, this is the one. And by the way, an alcohol flea, as I described it, was just a big ol' giant flea that drinks alcohol, whether that be from the blood of people or just barrels of ale. It is
Yep.
hungry and it wants it. Uh,
Yep.
and it is here in the tavern, ready to fight. Um, so a lot of stuff happens in this one fight. Uh, I remember you went out to take a look at like the management book and just crit failed at reading it.
Yes. Yes. I did. And then I remember I did a lot of screaming as well.
Yeah, yeah, that did happen. Yeah,
Screaming and just running in circles trying to figure out what to do.
yeah. And then, would you like to say what Bib did? What Bib managed to do? Your
He rode it
silence.
like a bronco.
Well, we're not there. All right, all right.
Not there yet? Not there
We're
yet?
not there. We're not there yet. It hasn't happened yet. So Bib, in a moment of genius, was like, "I pick up the nearest person and throw it at the flea." And I was like, "Okay, roll to pick somebody up."
I
You rolled a
forgot about
natural
this.
20. And I'm like,
Yes.
"Okay, I guess I'm just thinking like, all right, congratulations with your gnomish body. You just pick up a nearby 400-pound dwarven man, just a real big, just a real big boy right there. Really heavy, but you pick him up over your head, roll to hit.
Yeah.
He rolled like a 17, and I'm like, well, it's not an insta kill, but the dwarf
Right.
is now like
He was
up to his
in the
neck.
beginning.
He's like up
Yes.
to his neck in the like in the side of the thorax of the flea. And
Holy
it's not
crap,
a
I
good
forgot
time.
about that.
Yeah, it's not. How did you forget? All right.
Because
That's
because I
like,
was so focused on that next part that I already partially spoiled.
yeah, no, it's fine.
because that was the point where we were all literally crying from
Yeah.
laughter.
Yeah, honestly, when Bib picked up the 400-pound dwarven man, we were all in hysterical laughter as I just described. It's now,
Yeah,
chin. I think it was like I don't think it was like neck deep per se, but it was like
I I think it
slightly
was. I think his
below the
shoulder.
nose. It might have been
I
slightly
thought it
below
was.
the nose, maybe. I
It?
don't know.
I was thinking
Regardless,
maybe to the shoulders, like the shoulders prevented him from going any further.
oh maybe, yeah. But yeah, then you, in a moment of genius, were like, I'm gonna, just everyone's laughing hysterically. Uh, you're like, I jump onto the back of the 400-pound dwarf man, and you rolled high, and now you're just riding it Bronco style, riding the man, just like like on his back by his shoulders. And then Bib was like, okay, I'm gonna jump on there too, and I'm gonna smack the flea while I'm on there. He fails at jumping and just like jumps right in front of the dwarf's butt and just
Face
hopefully that picked up
plants.
on camera. But just starts slapping it because it's like yeah, and that was the moment of we were just laughing hysterically, right?
Oh yeah. I remember. I don't know about you, but I was in tears. I was cracking up so hard because it
I
was
don't think
just
I was
so funny how it worked.
Yeah, I don't think I was in tears per se, but it was
Oh,
the most laughter that I have had in years, honestly.
it
Um,
was fantastic.
yeah, and then do you want to say what happened next when you guys are both on the flea? It's your turn. The flea's trying to shake you off. It fails. What do you do? What do you do, Bartholomew, the human innkeeper?
That's. I'm gonna leave this up to you because I don't think I'd be able to say it.
Alrighty. You were like, okay, I'd like to shove the dwarf, jump from the dwarf and just like thrust him into to the flea. And I'm like, okay, roll for strength. Hey, Bib, roll as well. You guys rolled really high, and I'm like, okay, cool. Each of you roll like 4d12. And
Okay.
it was the flea was very dead as just the dwarf was like I mean, you could see like the tips of his like Viking-esque helmet like poking out of the flea, out of the other side of the flea. Meanwhile, like the bottom of the dwarf's boots are just barely hanging out of where the dwarf's head once was. Point is, the flea was very dead and just impaled completely and utterly.
It was
Um,
Dunzo.
yeah, and we're just laughing hysterically, like, because this is the funniest thing that we have ever seen.
Oh,
And then we just like we yeah, I was like, all right. The dwarf's two friends show up, and then we're just laughing too much. And I'm just like, okay, end the session. You
I
guys have beaten D&D.
will never, ever, ever improve on that.
Yeah, no.
That's that's like our peak right there.
Yeah, and the session ended with me just being like, alright, so, the two of you, the dwarf's two friends, and the dwarf himself just hang out in the bathhouse, I guess.
I don't know what to do anymore. This is going
Yeah,
so awry, and I
yeah.
really don't know how to feel about any of this anymore.
Yeah, yeah, it was hilarious. Like it was, yeah,
I
that
loved
was,
it.
yeah. We've never played D&D together since.
No, we haven't, have we?
No, I mean, I say that, I mean, it could just be because of scheduling and whatnot, but I think it's just because we both know that nothing could ever top
Right.
Bib and Bartholomew riding atop a 400-pound dwarven man who's
Nope.
like head deep in the side of in the side of a giant flea. Just yeah,
Nope. It's
yep,
done. That's where it ends right there.
yep,
Oh man. Yeah, that was something glorious.
yeah,
That was that was so much fun. It really was. It was
yeah. That was yeah.
I don't think anybody will truly understand how great that was.
Oh no, I'm for sure not. Honestly,
No,
yeah.
they couldn't.
Uh, and on that note, I think we'll end it off here. Thank you there, Rasputin, for hopping on here.
Of course, no problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
It was fun going back over that again. That
Yeah,
was some good memories there.
yeah, yeah. We'll or rather, I will at the very least be seeing you guys for another D&D December video at some point or other. Yeah. Have a great night, guys.